Hey guys, it's Raven. We're back again with another video today. Sorry if I look so busted. I was like outside all day today, but that's pretty much the driving point in this video. So basically I just wanted to talk about pretty privilege and how that's definitely a real thing. I saw a TikTok earlier today of some girl saying that pretty privilege isn't a real thing and that people don't treat you better once you look better, and that's completely cap. People treat you way better when you look better. People treat you like astronomically better when you're not fat, out of shape, when you have good hair, when you have straight teeth, when your hair doesn't look like shit, when you're like tall versus short. Like all that stuff definitely plays a factor. I'm not saying it's 100% like the only factor, but it definitely matters. So whatever, that one girl that said that was stupid, that shit is, that was such a dumb take, because that totally matters. And I've experienced it myself. As you know, I've been out of shape and in shape in so many different seasons of my life due to having bipolar disorder and having so many manic episodes and depressive episodes. And in my depressive episodes, I binge eat. So I'm in horrible shape. I gain like 40 or 50, sometimes 60 pounds. And it's very unhealthy. Like last year, I was around 155, and now I'm back up to like 205, 210. And it's all just because of my depressive episodes. I just started binge eating again. I started finding pleasure in food. And today was actually my first day of going back outside and like working out again and trying to get back in shape. I want to get back to 155 to 160. I want to get back to being in shape, to being able to get back on the basketball court and be quick and fast and elite. And also I want to get back to dunking. I used to be able to dunk a basketball in 2019. That was like my peak shape before COVID. So I want to get back to that pre-COVID level. I feel like in my 20s, I haven't really been in the best shape, and it's kind of weird because your 20s are your peak. So I'm kind of over that shit. So I started today just going to the basketball court. I ran a few miles. I lifted weights. I walked like 8 miles today. In total, got in like 20,000 steps today, which is a pretty good start. I cut out a lot of junk food today. Cut out a lot of like cookies and hot Cheetos and Takis that I was eating. But all that to say that pretty privilege is totally a thing, and it definitely matters. Even just comparing it at different parts of my life, when I looked worse, when I was fat and overweight like I am now, people treated me a lot differently. People treated me way differently than when I was in shape. Like in 2019, when I was like in my best shape, like just in my peak shape, when I was 19 years old, like before COVID, a year before COVID, people treated me astronomically better than they do when I'm out of shape. Way better. Like, no, I'm not even talking just random people. I'm talking about random people, people on the dating apps, people you go on dates with, friends of friends, your family, like just random strangers in the store, like just any instances where you, even going to the pool, people treat you better, obviously, because you're taking your shirt off. But yeah, people treat you, when you look better, people will treat you better. That's such a real fucking thing, because as someone that had like a sort of like a mini glow up in high school, because I used to be I used to be like kind of like, not overweight, I used to be really skinny. So I was super skinny, I was bald, and I was pretty short back then. And I got like no attention from people. And then all of a sudden, once I hit like a glow up towards senior year, I started getting a lot more attention from like, not just women, but like men too. But just in general, like people just treated me better after I gained a ton of muscle. And I had a bunch of muscle going into 2018 and 2019 when I was in my peak shape. And it's just pretty crazy, like how much better I was treated back then. Like you're definitely treated better. The better you look, the better you will be treated. And that's such a real thing. And I think so many people try to gloss over it by saying that personality matters, personality this. And yeah, personality definitely matters, but looks get you in the fucking door, man. Like looks get you in the door. Like you can have the best personality ever. Like it doesn't fucking matter if you're not their type. Like I'm telling you, looks matter a lot more than people say they do. Looks matter a ton. And don't let anybody tell you that they don't, because if they, and by the way, if anyone says that looks don't matter at all, they're fucking capping, because I'm telling you, they would not date someone who they didn't find attractive. They would not do it. Like why do you think shows like Love is Blind don't work? Because you have to know what the person looks like. They can have the best personality in the world. If you're not attracted to them, you're just not going to fucking date them. And if you do, you could possibly just be settling in general too, which happens to some people with marriages and stuff like that. They're like, yeah, I didn't really find him attractive. It was just, I was lonely and I just wanted anybody at that point. And he had a semi-good personality. I've heard that story a lot, especially in my family, with people that have settled just because they were lonely, which is something I don't want to do. But yeah, pretty privilege is definitely a thing. It definitely affects a lot of different areas of people's lives. And it also affects things like getting jobs too. The better you look, the probably easier it will be to get a job too. Like I said, when you're conventionally attractive, you'll get attention, and people will automatically assume that you're good. It's a phenomenon in psychology, or why I call it pretty privilege, because people that are looking at others that are attractive tend to put certain biases on them. For example, like someone could look very beautiful, and then people would just assume that they're a good person because they're attractive, which happens with a lot of celebrities, guys. Like, there's so many celebrities out there which this phenomenon directly applies to. Because they look good, people assume that they're good people, but then there's celebrities like beating their wives and shit like that. And they're like, oh my god, how could they? You only perceive that they were good because they looked attractive. Like, so yeah, that stuff never really I never really believed that crap with like looks don't matter at all. I am saying personality does matter for sure. The looks matter a fuck ton. Don't let anybody tell you that they don't. And that's kind of a big reason why I'm like getting back in shape. Just, it's for myself, but also it's for like the fact that I just hate the way I've been getting treated because of the way I look, and like the weight gain and shit like that. So it's definitely an added motivator to get back in shape, and why I like started getting back in shape today. But I was thinking about this for the past like few weeks about getting back in shape in general. But I definitely do want to just get back in shape for myself, just to be in shape and like be quicker. And honestly, for basketball, I want to start like being better at basketball and shit, because I'm so slow on the court. I'm so slow when I'm running. I feel like heavy and sluggish. I just feel horrible. But an added benefit is that people do treat you better when you look better. So, I mean, there is that. And yeah, I'll pretty much do it for today. I hope you guys having a good one. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and thank you to anybody who watches this video. This is Raven signing out. Peace.